Welcome back to Whatever You Need, your destination for the most captivating stories, raw truths, and unforgettable moments from the world of entertainment. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and, if you want to help us grow, tap join to become part of our inner circle. Now, let's dive into today's story, because what happened at a recent international press event with Yaman left everyone, including the translator, completely speechless. At first, everything looked like another ordinary press conference. Journalists from across the globe filled the grand hall, cameras glimmering, voices buzzing, and all eyes locked on one man, the ever-magnetic Yaman. Dressed immaculately, he greeted the press with his trademark smile, his presence exuding both elegance and authority. The room, filled with curiosity and expectation, fell into a rhythm of questions and answers that followed the familiar script of celebrity encounters. But what no one anticipated was how dramatically the tone of the meeting would shift. Among the steady stream of questions, one voice suddenly broke through the calm. A journalist, perhaps emboldened by the atmosphere or simply seeking headlines, asked bluntly, "They say your image in the public eye is nothing but a deception. What do you think about that?" The entire room froze. The usual clicking of cameras ceased. Every breath felt heavier. It was one of those questions that could shatter a celebrity's carefully constructed image. Everyone expected the Turkish star to defuse the tension with polite ambiguity, a safe, rehearsed response. But Yaman is not a man of pretense. He looked straight ahead, one eyebrow slightly raised, and calmly repeated, "A deception." Then, with an air of complete certainty, he delivered the words that would echo far beyond that room. "The only thing I've ever tried to be is true to myself. If there's deception, it belongs to those who lack the courage to be who they are. I am authentic. I have nothing to hide." For a few seconds, no one dared to move. The translator, microphone in hand, hesitated, visibly taken aback. His voice trembled as he attempted to convey the actor's words, each syllable heavy with meaning. The audience sat in stunned silence, some with faint smiles forming on their faces, realizing they had just witnessed something extraordinary. This wasn't a scripted moment. This wasn't a celebrity trying to appear profound. This was truth, spoken without fear. And just like that, the atmosphere transformed. The tension dissolved, replaced by an unexpected warmth. Yaman, sensing the change, leaned back in his chair and added with a mischievous smile, "People always expect me to be serious. But I love to laugh. Sometimes laughter is the best shield." Laughter rippled through the room, cameras started flashing again, and suddenly the event turned from a stiff press conference into a genuine conversation. It felt as though the actor had peeled back the layers of celebrity and shown the human beneath. But the questions didn't stop there. Another journalist, still intrigued, pressed further. "So is everything we see in the media about you true?" Met the question head on. "Why wouldn't it be? But if we're talking about fabricated stories, that's another matter. I've always been transparent. I don't need a mask to be accepted." The conviction in his voice silenced any further challenge. The translator, still slightly shaken, translated his words with care, aware that he was conveying something beyond the usual celebrity rhetoric. Within moments, the routine event had transformed into a statement, one that would soon dominate international headlines. By the following morning, newspapers and entertainment portals were ablaze. A star's honesty silenced the press. Yaman, choosing truth over image. Even the translator was stunned. For the public, this wasn't just another celebrity outburst, it was a revelation. Fans flooded social media with admiration, celebrating his boldness and authenticity. On Twitter, hashtags with his name trended for hours. On TikTok, clips of the translator's stunned reaction went viral. And on Instagram, the comment sections were filled with one sentiment: finally, someone who says what he means. Those close to Ken weren't surprised. A friend of the actor later told reporters, "That's just who Ken is. He doesn't filter his thoughts. He says what he believes, but never to offend, always to be honest." People either adore him for it or misunderstand him completely. This statement perfectly captured what fans already knew. Behind the glamour and the fame, Yaman isn't a product of the industry. He's a man who insists on writing his own story, one sentence at a time. On social media, his genuine humor and candid moments, shared without calculated perfection, reveal the same authenticity that stunned the press that day. In a world where celebrities are often trained to smile on cue, where every word is filtered through PR teams and image consultants, Yaman's raw honesty felt like a rebellion. He reminded everyone that courage doesn't always roar, it sometimes speaks calmly, directly, and without apology. His words, "I am authentic. I have nothing to hide," weren't just a defense, they were a declaration. A reminder that being real, in an industry built on illusion, is an act of defiance. Later that evening, as he exited the hotel, photographers surrounded him, firing off questions. One shouted, "Ken, do you regret what you said?" He paused, smiled gently, and replied, "The only thing I regret is not being myself sooner." That single line sealed the story, ensuring it would live on far beyond the event. Yaman's magnetism has never been limited to his looks or roles, it's his fearless individuality that keeps the world watching. He's an actor, yes, but also a symbol of sincerity in a world of polished facades. Even when the lights dim, his honesty keeps glowing. What happened that day wasn't just a press conference, it became a mirror reflecting what authenticity looks like in its purest form. And that's today's story on Whatever You Need, where we celebrate the real, the raw, and the unforgettable. What do you think of Yaman's statement? Was it courage or recklessness? Could you be that honest if the whole world were watching? Drop your thoughts below in the comments, we love hearing from you. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into celebrity truth, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Whatever You Need, and hit the join button to support us in bringing you even more exclusive stories. Because on Whatever You Need, we don't chase gossip, we uncover the soul behind the spotlight.